Hello viewer. So the continuation of my little CNC project. So I did post a video of a partial print of this item. So this is basically a print of a new motor mount because I broke the old one. Not there, it was actually just chipped away to use it, but there. I'd left the screw half attached and used some excessive force to remove it. Bad idea. Anyway, handy having 3D printers. So there's my motor mount. So this is the Y-axis motor. Even though strictly speaking at this stage it doesn't matter if it's X or Y, as long as when I'm finished I decide which one is which and stick with it. Maybe I should have made that hole a little bit bigger. Okie dokie. Pretty much try and have all the same size screw or mini bolts and nuts. I bought some extra ones just from the local Bunnings shop, just to match when I did the A-net printer build. I've got a pile of screws and things, so pretty much got a range of lengths, all the same thread, so it makes it quite easy to just get the one closest to what I need and go from there. Okay, one to go. So the last time I actually had the motor mount glued as well as screwed, and that's actually how I come to break it, because I thought it was just the glue that was holding it, when it was actually unfortunately one of the screws torn. So that was a bit of a design flaw on my part. Yep. Maybe this is going to be another design flaw. Yeah, that's a little bit tight there. Okay, let's start from the top. So I was actually really pleased with the results of the print. The motor fits nice and snug within the recess, so it's quite a good print. See if we can get this in there this time. Here we go. Right. Done. So we'll fit the thread just for some visuals. And this is the roller to control the movement of the plate. Now I haven't actually tended to hook those up because once they're hooked up you can't move them, which is a little bit of a bugger. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of my careful design and precise measurement approach of mounting on this little project. Obviously I say that with a little bit of jest, so okay, your chronometer says about there. So if you're wondering why I'm not being too careful there, I don't know if you remember, but one of the other videos, the last video I did, I was talking about this perspex being just a temporary measure. So that's kind of why I'm not being too worried about being so accurate, because it's not going to be permanent. So that gives us the movement. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good to me. So this is where, say, once I hooked up, you can't move it. So the next thing is I will mount in the board where I'm going to position it. So the reason I'm mounting it close to the edge there is just purely because I want to be accessing the microcard So I prefer to print using the microcards compared to using the USB. The reason being, I find that if you're using the USB, you really can't move anything around. So by using the SD card, it means that, you know, you can potentially move things around, have it printing away from where you are. It also means you haven't got a computer or a laptop tied up actually doing the print. So that's one step there. So basically with these, it's about selecting the right code. So that's the X motor. Bring it the right way around helps. And that's the X motor there. So the next one in is the Y motor. And that will go there. So clearly I'm going to have something better for the final wiring. I don't know whether or not I might trim the wiring down or just have it folded up on itself, but I'll certainly do something better. So the next step that I'll be doing, not today, is mounting these end stops. So basically we mounted something like there, so it knows when it's at the end position. So basically something like a 3D printer or this style of CNC type idea, the unit doesn't know where it is while it's printing. It really doesn't. All it knows is where it started. So it's like giving someone a starting point and say, go forward 10 meters, then turn left, go forward 20 meters and turn right, go forward 20 meters and turn left, go forward 10 meters and turn right. That's fine, you know, you can direct them. If you don't start them in the right place, they won't end up in the right place. If you move something halfway through, or you get a slip, then it's not going to know actually that something's gone wrong. So it'll just keep on doing what it's doing, even though that you've actually your project might have moved. So let's say you've got your project on the board like this, and you're machining it, and it slips like that. Your unit doesn't know. It's just going to keep on doing its commands as per the program. So basically you'll get a wasted job. So the unit, and especially with like a 3D printer, it knows where it starts. So you'll have a start point there, and a start point with this over there, and you'll have a start point where your Z-axis is for, you know, whatever you're using, which is in my case probably going to be some sort of high-speed Dremel kit. So it knows where it begins, and then it just moves from there. 3 inches inches, a millimeter this way, millimeter that way, 5 millimeters this way, half a millimeter down, and 3 millimeters that way, etc, etc, etc. That's what it's working on. So, and that's all done through the what's called the G code. So it's just a set of instructions that say do this, then 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 do this. So it's very quick to go wrong if anything moves. So you know, it's unlikely I'm going to get a slippage on any of these, but if you're running, say, a gear with a belt, you could get a slip. What can happen with the G-code and the boards, etc., is it might miss a step. That's more likely running on the USB, that it will miss the line of the G-code, and then it's offset. So it'll either be too far in one direction or another, and from then on in the print's not going to be right. So that's actually another supporting reason why I like the microcard. But I've had it happen on my bigger printer, where the y-axis belt has slipped, and it has off skewed the print. So it was printing perfectly fine, and then when you go up a layer, it went like that. So I had a print, then off print. So obviously a wasted print. But anyway, it's a bit of rambling. So next thing I'll be working on is I'll wire up these end stops, get some power onto it, and we'll actually get this moving. So it'll just be XY axis movement, but we'll have it moving. So plug the control board in. No idea where I'm going to position that at this stage. Might be sitting something like that, might be sitting down like that, don't know. I'll decide later, as is my want. Okay, thank you for watching. And yep, so the next stage will be electricity and power. Goodbye.